Day YouTube, this is J Money with Falling Forward Financial. Just an update here on, I just did an update on Tesla. Just did a video on Ford. But I wanted to do a video on just this alone. I thought this was really interesting. Tesla set for $3 billion boost from Ford GM Charger deals. I'm sure most of you have already heard. If you haven't, you can watch my videos. But basically, Tesla kind of opened up its network to Ford and GM to allow them to use their charging stations. So very cool. So this is going to boost their income as well as probably the stock. So Tesla stands to bring in as much as $3 billion from 2030 thanks to deals with Ford Motor Company and General Motors for the electric vehicles to use its charging network. According to Piper Sandler and Company, Elon Musk-led electric vehicle company announced the latest deal Thursday in a Twitter Space audio chat alongside with a GM executive. Barr's appearance on the social media site since Musk completed his purchase of Twitter late last year, Ford CEO Jim Farley announced its deal with Tesla in a similar arrangement in May. Deals which now make a Tesla charging model the standard in the U.S. among the largest American automaker will pressure competitors to ditch the primary competing standard known as CCS. Other brands will be forced to join this consortium, effectively establishing Tesla's North American charging standard as the preferred approach for EV charging. Shares of Tesla were up 4% at the close of regular trading in New York on Friday, while GM was up 1.1%. So I've covered GM in the past, probably time for an update on them as well. Details on revenue were released by companies, but estimates Tesla could add up upwards of $3 billion in charging revenue from non-Tesla owners alone by 2030 and $5.4 billion by 2032. Charging windfall may not seem huge for Tesla, which already boasts revenue in excess of $80 billion a year. It also won't be as lucrative as Tesla, as $5.8 billion in revenue it brought in from selling regulatory credits over the past 5 years, but it will still be an additive for the company. Tesla's U.S. competitors are also trying to catch up to the EV race. Bringing in more revenue can only be the company's momentum at the time when GM and Ford both say the EV programs aren't profitable and won't be for at least another year. Here's a chart of Tesla's charging network is bigger than all others combined. So that is just a huge, that's a big step that they did right to begin with. So to have a network that is bigger than all of the other ones combined, so it's just kind of mind-blowing in a way, but you know who's the alpha there. So competing charging companies fall on the news. Tesla's deal on the GM EVgo Incorporated, which had recently joined the partnership with GM to build more charging stations. They fell 12% at trading close in New York on Friday. ChargePoint Holdings Incorporated had declined 13%. I've talked about EVgo and some other charging in the past here on the channel, so maybe it's time for an update on them as well. So here they're talking about Tesla partnership move by Ford and GM, says former Ford CEO Mark Field. So these companies may now be directly competing with Tesla, which is about 20,000 fast chargers in 1,800 locations. Currently, GM drivers have access to 13,000 DC fast chargers in North America. Ford and GM owners will gain access to 12,000 of Tesla chargers as part of the deal. Tesla installed at least 4 times more ultra-fast chargers than other operations in 2022. So there you can see what Tesla's done, EVgo, that's just a huge difference. So yeah, you can see the difference, how they have more than all of these put together. So Tesla may get more business initially because the network is more reliable, said the director of the EV Research Center. A recent survey, J.D. Power found Tesla's charging network most reliable among competitors. Tesla has made a huge investment in its charging network. Said in an interview they have a good chance of making a business out of this. The main thing Ford and GM see out of this is not about the number of chargers, but the dependability of them. Tesla financial data and additional detail on the following. And so that's it. I just found this really interesting, and since I just covered Tesla and Ford, I just wanted to do a separate video on this one, so just to make it a little bit shorter. Again, I don't give tax, legal, or trading advice, just stating my opinion. If you haven't smashed that like button yet, go ahead and hit it for me, as well as subscribing, and hit the bell so you're notified of when the next videos drop. Again, this is Jay Money, following Ford Financial. Happy trading, happy investing, stay green. Cheers.